Oh, apparently I was muted this entire time. Thank you, Suit. Okay, so let's do this again, right? As a lot of you know, because I've had a couple of posts and streams about this. One of my best friends has late-stage terminal cancer and, in fact, has entered hospice care at this time. And, all right, Sue, be back when you can. Thank you. And a series of situations has come up where there needs to be power of attorney, both medical and durable, physically there, boots on the ground. And hi, Marie, how's it going? And with sorry guys, this is hard. And I was muted for a few minutes and, I didn't realize it because I'm so fucked up right now. I'll trim the muted part off once I'm done here. His final affairs need to start to be put into order. And there are things that just can't be done remotely. Examples of which being, getting the house ready to sell, because we've got to do an estate sale and get everything cleaned up and ready. I appreciate that, Lakina. Thank you. This is so rough. I will most definitely give whatever proof is needed, at least for stuff like my travel itinerary and where I am, and stuff that doesn't violate his privacy. If you think I'm going to do anything like tell you where he is or anything beyond, yes, he's in hospice, yes, this is serious, then you don't understand what this is like. And I'm asking people to engage a little bit of kindness and compassion here. So, once again, I'm going to go ahead and drop my CashApp and my PayPal. It's going to cost a lot of money to get me out there because there's no way around me needing a hotel room this time. The last time I went out there and stayed with them, I used only my walker. I tore up the meniscus in my right knee. That I will show you. I can get my hands on the x-rays. That's easy. But I'm not going to violate my friend's privacy, and I'm not going to hang him out there for some of the less than awesome people that follow me to create a situation for him. I'm sorry. This is not the time for that. So I got to go out there. I've got to help him get the property ready to sell. I got to make sure that his final wishes. Yeah, thank you, Marie. I do appreciate that. If you could be so kind as to spread the word that this is happening right now. Now that I'm not fucking muted. I can't believe I did that shit. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it together here. This hit me a couple of hours ago when the nurse practitioner that's working with him let me know everything from we need to do a lien search to be able to even sell this house. He doesn't have access to some of his funds, so and he's just not capable. He's not with it for longer than anything like 5 and 10 minutes at a time. Because now he's being given medication to keep him comfortable, and I'm sure you can imagine what kind of meds he's having to. So I've got to be on. I got to be on station. I've got to be like, I can get to him in like 10 minutes by using public transportation. I've got to be able to do that. I need to have access to an accessible restroom so I don't fuck my other knee up to go with the first one. Because if I can't. If I don't take care of me, I can't take care of him. I'm sorry. This is a nightmare for me. Literally a nightmare for me because when I came out there the last time, he was in a situation where if I'd even been a day or two later, it would have ended very badly for not just him, but possibly for his wife too. His wife has mental health stuff going on, and that's another reason I have to be there because she can't handle what needs to be done. And so I can't let this break her at the same time as losing him. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've known Freddo for 16 years. And y'all can point and laugh if you want to about how I came to know him, but we started out as being friends in a certain fandom for an anime that both of us really like. If you know us well, you know which one. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I'm not going to let you fuck that up for him. And I know some of the people that are going to watch this would. We've been friends for a long time. He officiated at my wedding. He's pulled my fat out of the fryer like 20 and 30 different times when I was really, really having some problems with finances or emotionally or, some other damn way. He's just done all the things friends do. I consider him a brother. And now I'm losing him. So I've got to be there. I've got to be there. I don't even know how I'm getting to the funeral. This is more important, though. My heart is just in pieces. If you fucking want me to beg, I will. This is not for me. Not one part of this is for me. The only reason I'm even asking for anything for myself is because I won't be able to do what's necessary to be done unless it's there. Unless I'm there. Unless I'm not all fucked up somehow. I promise you I'm going to be fucked up when I come back. And my closer friends, I'm going to need you guys. My biological brother and I are estranged from each other. I'm fortunately in a situation where I have not one but two sworn chosen brothers. But now I'm going to have only one. And it's hard for me to cope with. Because this is somebody that I love with every single bit of my spirit. And I got to do the best for him. And I'm asking for your help in doing. I'm sorry. I can't do this if I start crying so hard you can't understand me either. I don't want to lose him, and there's nothing that can stop that. But I damn well want to make the last little bit of time he has a time in which the only thing that he has to think about is knowing that everything is going to go the way it should and that Gail's taken care of and approaching nearer to his God. We might be like very different faiths. He's Christian. I obviously am heathen. I wish I could have a hug, Lakina, because I'm pretty seriously fucked up right now. This, again, this man officiated at my wedding. The last time I physically saw Freddo, he was standing up proud and he was saying our oaths with this wonderful ringing voice because he was worshipful master of his lodge. He was a speaker. He was passionate. He was charismatic. He was everything that you could possibly want for somebody that was bringing you closer and binding your life to that of the one that you love. And the last time I saw him, he was a shell of himself. And I know he's never going to get better. But I will be damned if I stop short. This has to happen. I have to be the one to do it, or it won't get done. And then bad things are going to happen to his wife. I can't let that happen. She's not capable of taking care of herself. And if I don't do fucking something, then the state could step in with, you know how they do people. I will not let her be in a state nursing home. That's not happening. And I'm the only way that that's not going to happen, is stepping up and making sure that that's all dealt with. Again, if you want me to beg, I'll fucking beg. Please help him. Please help my friend. I don't give a damn about me. I just want things to go the way. I want things to go the way that they should go for a good man who's taken care of and been compassionate to so many, many, many people. I'm sorry. Let me take the time to drop my PayPal and my CashApp again. Okay, there's my CashApp. It's just steelhyaena. You guys know that that's who I am. And my PayPal is the same, just at steelhyaena. I mean, anything that you can do. I mean, $5 goddamn is $5 closer than we were at the beginning of the evening. My first priority is making sure that lien search gets done. I'm hoping that I can get, $175 out there to this realtor to make sure that happens. There's just, they have limited access to their money, as I think I mentioned before. Part of it is because Freddo did all the finances, and he can't be with it and awake for much more than 5-10 minutes at a time at this point because of the situation he's in. So I have to take over. I have to find some way that, hang on a second, I gotta rudely blow my nose here. One moment. Yuck, sorry. I have to find some way that their attorney has access to what he needs to have access to. And, everything from, things like that to the cleaners that are coming over to get the house ready to sell. I have to be the one, pointing out that, yes, they would want to keep this, this, and this. No, these things are trash. These two things need to go back to the lodge. This is this, that is that, whatever is whatever, because otherwise somebody just going in there isn't going to have a clue. And their house is a little cluttered, and so it can be a little difficult to find stuff unless you know them. So I got to go out there and make sure things like that are taken care of. Lokina, thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. It means, regardless of whether it was $2, it means a great deal. And that means we're $2 closer. See, what I'm going to be doing is if I can get that 175 together, I'm going to immediately be sending it to Deborah, who's that nurse practitioner, so that we can start getting things ready on the house. I mean, it's stuff like getting funds authorized so that we can even find a cleaning company that's capable of doing stuff. My God. So I'm gonna pray now. And this one isn't gonna go to the Aesir. It's gonna go to Christ, because that's the God of his life. And that's a very merciful God indeed. I'm sorry. Heavenly Father, maybe I'm not one of your flock, but I certainly love somebody who is. Gentle Christ, please shine your loving kindness down on my friend Freddo and upon his wife Gail in this their time of need, because they have never needed you more. Please make this passage easier and make it possible for them to have what they need as Freddo engages in his final journey unto you. And it may be a bit of a strange thing for me to ask you for help, but I'm going to do it, because I've called everyone straight out of my line enough, that's for sure. Please help me get to him. Please give me enough strength to do what is needful to be done. None of this is anything but love. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. I just don't know what. Again, if you fucking want me to beg, I'll do it. You know, if you want a tarot card, I'll give you one. You know, if short of violating somebody's privacy, I'll do that too. You know, I just, this is not the Sam show. This is the Gail and Freddo show. And all I care about is that fuck. I'm sorry. All I care about is that he has what he needs. And that he doesn't go through this transition feeling abandoned and alone, and like he has to worry about Gail, and just letting himself hurt so that he can keep what little together he can to try to do what he can for her, which isn't going to be enough. It's me. It has to be me. And I don't know how much I have. I actually talked to my psychiatrist today, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how much I have in me. I don't know how long I can hold out, but there's no one else. It's me. It's been me since about March. I wish there were more I could do from here, but I just can't. It's impossible. Excuse me. I need to blow my stupid nose again. There are some people that cry beautifully. I'm not one of them. My nose drips and I look like hell. Worth it. Worth it. If these tears can heal me and make me just a little more strong and able to cope with this stuff, worth it. There's going to be very little sleep for me until something moves, until something happens. I'm not sure how long, it's going to take me to get there. I do know that, one of the brothers is going to be talking to their secretary and seeing what they can do about emergency funds, but that's not a promise. I have to do my part myself, and, just basically expect the worst, hope for the best type situation. Because the family can't do anything. My stepmother is in the crosshairs of that stupid fucking hurricane, and, the rest of the family has nothing. So it's this bitch right here. Such pain. I can't even imagine what he's got to be going through. The closest I've ever been to anything like that was once when I had COVID, like back December 2020, and once when, I had the bad situation with my shoulder, in both cases fading in and out from pain meds and worrying about stuff like my cats. This is a lot more serious than some cats. I mean, even that situation I have to take care of. They have 2 cats. They have somebody that has been going over to feed and water, but this person, I don't know how reliable they are at this point, because they took off to Atlantic City, and I don't know whether they made arrangements or what happened. But I have to make sure that those animals are taken care of too. Because if something happened to them, it would just completely undo Gail. And where she's going to be, they do allow pets, but there's a chance that they might only allow one, and she might have to pick one. Which I'm going to have to hold her up through that too. Things like this decompensate her very badly. And one of the things that Freddo would do was hold her up when something really awful happened. These are very young kitties. They're very pretty. I would, if I have to, I would be able to find places for them. I know that, but I have to be there to do it. I gotta be there to do so much. And I'm fucking poor, and I hate this. There's just... It's okay, Lakina. Your physical presence here right now, and the fact that you reached out to help, and the fact that you're kind of, emotionally and spiritually here to kind of hold me up. It means a lot. This is bad enough that I called the crisis line because I was freaking out. Don't think I'm like suicidal or anything like that, or in danger of thinking that way. That's definitely not the case. In fact, it's the opposite, because how in the hell do I take care of somebody else if I don't take care of me? See above about me needing to make sure that I don't tear up my other fucking knee while I'm out there and end up in the hospital. Yeah, you've been there, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it more than I can tell you. I'm sorry, I just can't. I'm not so sure how much longer I can stream, even, because it's hard to even talk about this stuff or think of things to say, and ways to appeal to people, and ways to say, God, please help my friend. Please help my friend. I mean, fuck, I'll show you where the money goes. As I said, I'll show you my itinerary if you need to see that. I will show you, you know, how I spend every goddamn dime. And I know that there are some assholes out there that go, "Oh, well, Bells is grifting." No, I'm fucking not. I wish people would stop looking for that behind every corner and under every rock. Because this is real. This is what it is. And I hate even saying that shit. Just the minute you reach out and you start asking your community for some help, the thing that immediately happens is people accuse you of bullshit. Lucky and I will probably take you up on that because these nights are going to be very dark and they're going to be full of horrors. I have nightmares about the way I found Freddo the first time I went out there. It definitely hooked itself right into my PTSD, and now all that shit's happening again. I dread trying to sleep tonight because I know it's going to be bad. Normally, what I would do is I would hit some serious indica and just let Lady Cannabis carry me off, but I can't do that. People are going to be calling me starting probably at 6 o'clock in the morning because Eastern time. I do have one other friend that's out there. My friend Mike might help out with some of this stuff, but he's going to be limited in what he can do. He probably do things like, when I'm physically on site at the house, like, look, I can't move that box downstairs. Could you please move it down into the landing where we can go through it and figure out what to do with it? I have to go to the house too, and that's going to fuck me up because stairs. I'm going to bring something called a hemi-walker with me, which think of it as like a regular walker. It doesn't have wheels, but it's made to brace up one side or the other side of somebody's body if they have a situation like my fucked up knee. So I'm going to be bringing that with me, and that's going to be helpful to a point with me moving around in there, but that it's going to be limited use. And so I'm going to have to like start upstairs and, direct people from up there and then come down into the main part of the house and then come down into the basement. And it's going to be hard and it's going to be a lot of work. And there are some environmental issues in the house. I won't go into that, but there were some issues there when I was there, bad enough that I wound up with pneumonia. But, I've got to make sure that people stay on task and nobody fucking steals anything. He's got model trains that are worth thousands of dollars. And that is one of the first things I'm going to address, is making sure that that's taken care of. He wants them in a museum when he's gone, and that is where they're going to be. Nobody's going to take them, and nobody's going to sell them. That's not happening. It's a beautiful set of trains. I was honored that he even let me handle them. He doesn't let anyone touch them. There's a lot of... Thank you, Marie. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. I'm sorry. I'm just... Damn it. I mean, I'm probably going to have to take on guardianship for Gail. Because she can't live by herself. She's going to need to be in assisted living. And there are going to be things that they won't understand, won't be able to do, or are going to need my advice on, which that I can do from a distance. I will find her resources. There are some things that the VA can do that I'm going to definitely hook her into. She hasn't done what I've told her that she can do, but again, she's got limits in what she can handle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get her like really connected into the VA system, and get somebody to like come in and visit her, somebody to like check on her, some kind of a case manager, because they do that for disabled veterans. I should know. So I got to get that all taken care of. I've got to find out what I need to do, because there are some funeral benefits that the VA has that I think Freddo has access to. So I'm going to make sure that happens. God, I feel so overwhelmed. I'm already so tired. And it's only going to get worse. This is just getting started. But there's nobody else. I've got to do it. I've got to hold myself up, and I got to do it. I got to do it. I owe him that much. I mean, there are a lot of people, that have dealt with me when I've just, been like zero emotion, just, well, that's not going to work with me, or, fuck you because that's why, that kind of thing. But you hit me with a family member, or you hit me with somebody I love this much, that's my Achilles heel. So yeah, Bells has a soft, squishy center in there. If I could give him 10 more years, if I could take 10 years off my life and give them to him, I would do it. I know, Lakina. I'm going to try. PTSD, night terrors are pretty wow. And they tend to show up with me. They tend to show up when I'm like sick or stressed. The fun part is I'm kind of both. I'm fighting a urinary tract infection. That's going to be fun. I'm not sure what else I can say. I'm not sure what else I can do other than what I'm doing. I mean, I can't even give the same prayers that I know would be part of his church, because I'm a recovering Catholic. So you're likely to get just as much Hail Mary full of grace as you are anything else. I don't care what lane I have to get out of, or who I offend, what I do, or anything else. This has got to get done, and I've got to take care of him. I am actually going to go across to the Catholic Church tomorrow and find out if there are Catholic charities that help with things like this, or if they can point me in the direction of people who can. Marie, I am going to be looking into widows' benefits. I know that there is stuff like that. I know that the Freemasons also do stuff for widows, and I'm going to do that too. And I'm just going to toss this out here in case the right people are listening. Is there any help for a poor widow's son? If you know, you know. After this, in his honor, I'm going to be trying to join the Eastern Star. My own father was a Freemason, although I don't know what standing he was in when he passed. I just need to get out there. I mean, if it means that they send money to her, I'm down. Because that turns right back around and it makes more things possible for her. But we still go back to, well, Bells has got to get out there. Bells has got to take care of the things and the stuff. We're still a few days out from knowing anything about whether the brothers are going to be able to do anything. And I'm going to be basically fucked up until I know some of that. I'm trying right now, the short-term goal right now is getting the money together to do the lien search because no movement can happen on the house until that happens. They do have a realtor that's willing to do a lot of stuff for them, but that has to happen before anybody can touch anything as far as house. Oh, come on, computer, don't do this shit. I hope I'm still on. Okay. ADRC. Let me look at that. I'm not sure I know what that is. Yeah, I'm actually connected up pretty well with Adult Protective Services because right after I got through calling 911 to make sure that the man didn't die on his couch, that was the next thing I did for Gail because I knew I couldn't be there for very long that time. So I will be calling, the state tomorrow and saying two things. It's like, fuck you, you're not doing this. You're not taking her money, but what else can you give us? Because if she becomes a ward of the state effectively, if she winds up with guardianship through the state, what they will do is they will take every dime she has, every asset, and stick her somewhere. And then what will happen is she won't deal with it. That's what I'm going to say about that. So that's not happening. We could do so much better for our elders and for our disabled people than we do, and we don't, and I hate it. This woman served her country. And then after she got out of the Navy, she worked, and I know this isn't everybody's favorite organization, but she worked for the government for years. She worked for the IRS. And, Lakina says, yeah, got to get ahead of that nonsense for sure. Yeah, you do. Because if you don't, the vultures circle around and they start ripping off pieces before the person's even dead. And I won't have it. I know everybody that's listening to this or will listen to this has somebody that they love so much that these are things that they would do too. And what I want you to focus on, even if you hate every single one of my guts, what I want you to focus on as you listen to these words is how much you love the people around you, even if you choose not to help me. Even if, this is nothing that you want any contact with, I want you to get the fuck up out of your chair. If it's possible, go to the person, grab them up and hug them. Hug them up until you get on their nerves and tell that person that you love them. Because I promise you, there will come a time when you will feel like you didn't say it enough. And this is a kind of love letter for me. This is the loudest I love you I can give to Freddo. I will give everything I have in me, physically, financially, emotionally. If only I can make sure that he is leaving peacefully to go to Christ, and that she has as easy of a time with everything as is possible for her to have. Because nothing else matters. Guys, I don't think I have anything left in me now. I've got to go and figuratively speaking, lick my wounds for a while. I've got to go calm down. I have plans to make. I have shit I got to do. Marie and Lakina, thank you for helping. Thank you for helping. It means more to me than I can tell you. So I gotta go. May the higher power, however you view them, keep you and keep your loved ones. And pray for my friends and pray for me. Thanks. Oh, hello, New. New, I have a friend that's got terminal cancer. He's got prostate cancer and is in hospice right now. And we're trying to pull in some money for him so that I can get out there to him. I'm power of attorney, both medical and durable, and there's stuff that just isn't going to get done unless I am physically on site to do it. So this has been a fundraiser with me trying to pull that stuff together. My PayPal and everything, and my CashApp, I appreciate the prayers, and so will he. My CashApp and my PayPal are going to be out there. You've got a much bigger audience than I do. If you would be so kind as to put that stuff out so that I can, get at least some things started and get some things going. It would mean the world to me. The short-term goal, as I mentioned a little while ago upstream, is we have to pull together 175 American to be able to get a lien search started so that we can start the process of being able to get his house onto the market and get it sold. That's one thing that we can do now, and we don't have to wait until I'm physically there. And so that's the one that I'm most focused on in this instant. Thank you very, very, very much, New. You're a good woman. I don't care what anybody else says. They can all collectively kiss my ass because you just proved that you proved some stuff in the past 5 minutes. And I feel terrible for what things I said about you in the past. I know I already apologized for it. But it's when somebody steps up and they show love like you just did, it has to be recognized. Please pray for my friends. Please pray for me. I love you all. Good night.